Last year, Rafe Beckett emerged as one of the brightest upcoming trainers when Look Here gave him a first classic by winning the Oaks. Now, after proving that performance was no fluke with a trio of Group 1 placings to her name, Beckett's stable star goes in search of more glory when she bids to become the first filly to win Saturday's King George in 26 years.
I don't think I really appreciated it until later on. I remember asking Mr. Hannon after he won it the first time with Monfils, wasn't it? He won the Guineas the first time, and he said it was only really in the weeks going on from it that I really appreciated what an achievement or what a thrill it really was. And I think that's definitely the case for us. You know, I think at the time we were sort of slightly stunned at the enormity of it, and it was only later on when I really appreciated it.
And she was off the track for quite a lot after that win last year. How's she been this year?
The preparations went very well for the Coronation Cup, and she ran right up to her best there, we felt, in only being beaten 2 noses. Things didn't go so well on the Curragh and the Pretty Polly. The rains that they got the night before during racing slightly doomed all chances that we had in retrospect, combined with a slow pace and her need to be held up off a slow pace, really. She sees too much daylight, she's inclined to get keen, so that was really why that worked out as it did. I've been happier with her since the Pretty Polly, and all is going well. She's done her last serious piece of work, and we'll just keep her ticking over now until Saturday week.
Okay, Nilo?
Yeah, she's very well.
And do you feel she has improved from 3 to 4 at all?
Hard to say. When she was so brilliant at 3 at Epsom, it's hard to say that she's improved. I always felt that she might, but we've got to prove it. So she nearly proved it at Epsom, and hopefully we can do it on Saturday.
No filly has won the King George since Time Charter in 1983. It's a bit of a misleading statistic, though, because not many have tried. Why have you gone for that race?
Because I think the track will suit her. She's likely to get quickish ground, which I do think is a factor. And thirdly, they're likely to go a gallop. Conduit will want an end-to-end gallop just as well as she will. So I think part of what brought out the performance at Epsom last year was the fact that they went as quickly in the Oaks as they had half an hour previously in the Coronation Cup. She ran a comparable time, and I think that really plays to her strengths.
And we saw her being weighed earlier. How is she? Is she pleasing you with her weight?
Yeah, her weight is exactly the same as it was for the Coronation Cup, and we're 10 days away. So, yeah.
And how much does it fluctuate with hers?
Yeah, she put on quite a lot after Epsom last year. Obviously, we gave her a break, and then we were preparing her for the Yorkshire Oaks before we ran into a hitch. So she is a heavier filly than she was this time last year, but not considerably. There's not a massive difference. And she's a more robust filly now, although still isn't much of her. She's a more robust filly now than she was 12 months ago.
Are there any horses you're particularly fearing taking on?
No, not in particular. I'd be afraid of them all collectively, but in particular, I don't think we should be afraid of any of them. Conduit ran a great race in the Eclipse, and obviously comprehensively outpointed her in the St Leger. But I don't think a 1.6 miles will play to her strengths in retrospect, whereas 1.5 miles clearly does. So no, I don't think we should be afraid of anything. No.
And in terms of the ground, what would you like it to be at Ascot?
fast, preferably. I think she handles, as she's got older, she's become more resilient, and I think she handles faster ground better now than she ever has. So I would prefer it to be on the quick side.